This is John Jackson Miller, writer of Star Wars comics and novels, and you're listening to Star Wars with Stevie B. May the Force be with you.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome. I figured it's been a while since I did a toy video, and this past weekend, my eldest daughter and son, we went to a collectorabilia event. It's about an hour from where I live. So they took me, it was great. And I was there last year and went to it. My wife and I went, and it was a blast. There were so many retro toys and vendors and great people, and you're talking and fans, and then there's artists there for comic book series and authors. Mr. John Jackson Miller was there. It was a blast. You see so much stuff in great condition, like toys from the 80s and 90s when I grew up, like Ninja Turtles and all in the original packaging and Hot Wheels and Transformers, you name it, it is there. Even older stuff than that. There was a bunch of horror stuff and Jason statues and Freddy and Halloween. It was just so cool, and the people are awesome, and you can wheel and deal. And there was a vendor there that was there last year, and I brought with some stuff, some extra figures and things to try to wheel and trade, bargain, which I did. And this gentleman had like a lot of stuff that I wanted last year. But he didn't have time, like he was so busy, he didn't have time. But this year when I was there, a lot of people again as well. And there was bins on the floor of like the Power of the Force figures, which that's really what I'm into. And I'm like, excuse me, sir, is it okay? Because there's a lot of people. I had my bag, I don't want people thinking, you know what I mean? It's just, I wanted to make sure it was okay to look through them. He's like, yeah, go ahead. And I found some stuff, obviously. And he comes up to me and he's like, aren't you the guy from last year that was here with the duffel bag and wanted to trade? But I'm like, yeah. And it just blew my mind that out of all people, he just remembered that. And he's like, well, I got some time for you this year if you want to come over here. And we were talking and he was going through his name was Dave. Awesome gentleman. So we did some wheeling and dealing, and it was great. And it was just fun to bring my kids to that and experience the toys, because my daughter is going to be 21, and she was on the tail end of like the toys and how toys were a big thing. You go to, Kmart or Shopko, and just aisles of toys and action figures, and Toys R Us was still around. So it was great. They were kind of like looking like, wow, Dad, that's kind of old, so it was cool. But anyway, so I figured I'll come on here and do a little toy video, because I started to open this up. Yeah, I got this here. Luke's T-16 Skyhopper. Originally all packaged, great condition, sealed. It was sealed. I just sliced the thing, and I'm like, hold on. I'll make a little video. So I don't have the best camera, so I'll do the best that I can. But here we go. Open it up. Here we got little antenna. The directions. That's a good thing. So yeah, what's awesome also about this is on the back. It down here, you can cut this out, kind of show it, but it gives you information of like Luke's T-16, and there's a little backstory and some lore. When he was out on Tatooine, Beggar's Canyon, doing his thing. And I like having this stuff. See, I went there with a list of specific things, because it's like, okay, you could just get carried away buying. I mean, there was just so much. And especially with the Power of the Force, there's a lot of things. So I wanted like the X-Wing from the Power of the Force. Because, I want to open them up, display them like I have behind me. I have some of them, the AT-ST and Luke's Land Speeder and all kinds of stuff. The TIE Fighter, a couple Millennium Falcons. I opened up one side. You can kind of see. Now here's the main piece here, so we'll put that down. A couple wings. And I just like having everything original in the original box, I wish I still had my stuff from when I was a kid. Obviously, it would, But it's like, I was talking with somebody, I think maybe Mr. Scott Johnson, it might have been, we were talking about collecting here and there. And, it's like at one point, it's not it's an investment, but it's not an investment. Because really we're the ones that drive the price up on it. So in a sense, it's like, you know, maybe that's why there's not as much toys now. Excuse me. So yeah. Oh yeah. All sealed. Here, we'll open it up. Kind of show you. Centerpiece here. I know there's some decals that got to go on here as well, but we'll mess with that later. I don't want to. Oh yeah, still all in the package here. My tool here and open it up. So it was, yeah, like it's just so much fun. It's just so much fun. And you got to look around because everybody's got different pricing. You know, I found this gentleman, you know, Dave, he's like, yeah, 5 Power of the Force figures for $20, where the guy down the block there was selling them for 10 a piece. You know, and some of them are, obviously I understand that, are worth more than others, you know, but especially the toys now, you know, like the new Kenner line, and how they got the Mandalorian action figures, and they got the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, and the Andor series. Everybody's got their series with their figure. Yeah, look at this baby here. This would be nice. So, and the detail on the newer figures, are incredible. Insane. How good detail. I'm sorry if this is noisy. I apologize for that. I wasn't thinking, I'm just excited to open it too. Kind of glad I'm sharing this with you guys too. It's always fun to see things, you know. Here's where you put, you know, Luke in here to go cruising around, beggars. Looks like this is pretty simple here. Everything just snaps together. And you know, another thing about these toys for back then, you know, 94, 95, 96, is they were made good quality. You know what I mean? You could actually play with them where you wouldn't feel like it's gonna break. So here it's got the whole sheet, the whole detail, the pieces, and they're labeled. You know, looks like you hook this baby up under here. It goes in there. It goes in there. Snapped it right in there. It's coming together. Now we gotta get a couple of the wings here. We got different sized wings, so that's always a good thing for aerodynamics of this vehicle. So yeah, my goal is to just kind of display them, you know, my liquid beverage out of the way there. So here it is. Here it's all finished. I put the decals on it, which was actually a pain because there's little tiny ones. Let me see if I can show you here. On the wing, you can see that little arrow there. Yeah, tried to deal with that with finger. Man, now I can understand why my dad was like, oh, there's a pack of stickers with it, son. You know, now I get it because now I just did it. I mean, it's pretty cool along the side here. Try to show you a little bit. Get up close with it. Yeah, then you just unsnap the wings from the side, and then it just pulls out. And that's even got a bunch of decals on it too. We're kind of a pain. Get it up in there on the side. I know my camera's not the best. In the back there, that was a tough. Them two for the panel, for the dash. Yeah, that wasn't very easy. Let's just put it that way. I'll show you the sticker pack here. I'll set these down. I'm just excited to have this. It's awesome. Here it was. So yeah, it was kind of a pain. Some very small ones there. Little arrows. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. Just talking about it, showing you. I just figured I'd just get it all done and then show you rather than trying to mess with it. Some of the wings were tough to clip on. I was afraid I was going to break one of the little tabs because it had a groove that it had to clip into. But like I said, these are pretty solid. You know, I'm just pleased with it. Hopefully I can find the next wing to add to the collection. I know there's a few others too, but yeah, I just kind of like to go to them. It's really cool. I'm excited because there's another one coming up in a couple weeks, and it's in another direction. So check that one out, and it'll be very fun. So yeah, thanks for watching. I always appreciate everyone's support. You know, like, subscribe, you know, tell people. Chilling with Stevie B. It's fun. So yeah, there you have it. Luke's T-16 Skyhopper. Kenner, 1996. yeah, let me know in the comments if you have any of these old vehicles or if you like collecting them as well. You know, I'm curious to see, because it seems like sometimes they're harder to get, and then all of a sudden they show up a lot more. So who knows? But yeah, that's all I got for today. And until next time, see you guys soon.